All eyes on Doge. Big runner. To the moon. Whew. Doge still going up. All eyes on Doge. Still big runner. To the moon. Keep going up. Going up. All eyes on Doge. Dogecoin. Up. Movement in Doge. Dogecoin. Up. All eyes on Doge. Dogecoin. Up. Movement in Doge. Dogecoin. 42.60. All eyes on Doge. Dogecoin.
Hey everybody, Kriss here. Welcome on a Thursday. How's everybody doing? We're holding on. We're hanging on. What's going on? We had a dip this afternoon. We'll talk about that. Talk about institutions, who's buying and who isn't. And does Dogecoin really need institutions? So all that and more here. KrissPax Live. Welcome everybody. Come on in, grab a seat, have a drink, some popcorn, some snacks, whatever it is. Again, sentiment's down. A lot of people don't care. Negative comments on the videos, and people just don't get it. But hey, I do my part here to just tell you guys what's going on. I'm not promising $1 Dogecoin. I'm sorry, I can't do that. We keep it real here. But someday we'll get there. But that day's not today, my friends. It just is what it is. So let's get into it, and then I'll get you guys in the chat. Dogecoin 14.8. Where were we when I made my video this morning? We were 14.9. No, Dogecoin's going down. Dogecoin's crashing. Dogecoin's going to zero. Dogecoin's dead. No, it isn't. Dogecoin's fine. Bitcoin. Big dip on Bitcoin, down to 90,800 right there. Also this afternoon, we'll talk about it. Gold and silver are massively outperforming Bitcoin right now. When do you think that trend's going to shift? And you notice when things changed, right? Right about here, which is about October 10th. About October 10th. Bitcoin went down, silver went down, gold went down. Gold went back up, silver went back up, Bitcoin went lower. You can't make this stuff up. You can't make it up. Negative sentiment, total manipulation. Oh, did Ash Crypto say something about today's trading on Bitcoin? This dump was pure manipulation. So God, I mean, I know I sound like a broken record again and again and again, right? But for all the complainers out there, you have to pay attention to what is actually going on in the crypto market before you start saying Dogecoin sucks. I mean, come on. You have to understand what is going on in the crypto market. And it's not just KrissPax saying it. I'm the only one here talking about it in regards to Dogecoin. But, I mean, pure manipulation, the M word. Yes, the M word. Again, this afternoon. And of course, what did that do? It took out a bunch more leverage long trades. There were a bunch of shorts coming out to do. There were a bunch of shorts getting liquidated today as well, but the dump was more about the longs here. More about the longs. Right there at that price, 46 million, then another 16 million, then another 26 million, and down here there was another 18 million. I mean, that's what it was. Because they can. Because they can. It's total manipulation. Because why? There's nothing good going on right now in crypto. The sentiment is down. The volume of trading is down. Apathy is there. I don't have 1,000 people here joining in my live streams. because nothing's going on. Everything's waiting. And unfortunately, that's just how it is. And so you end up with investors saying, well, crypto sucks, so I'm just going to buy gold and silver. And silver makes a brand new all-time high because it can. Yeah, they're a bunch of stock traders too, right? They're just trading stocks because all the AI and the chip makers and all of that. Stay away from the crypto stocks, though. Man, they're just getting bludgeoned because crypto's going down too. So what's this deal with institutions? And who's this guy? Who's this guy? Larry Fink? Larry Fink talking to the New York Times? He's admitting he was wrong about Bitcoin. Why is he admitting he was wrong about Bitcoin? Because he's making a crap ton of money off it. That, of course, changes your whole outlook on things when you start making a crap ton of money. 5 years ago, the idea that Larry Fink, that's head of BlackRock for you guys not paying attention, Larry Fink would be sitting on stage talking up Bitcoin would have been laughable. In just 2 years, Bitcoin ETFs have been the most successful ETF launch ever. All of the biggest banks have started accepting or will be accepting Bitcoin as collateral. Bitcoin credit products have been a wild success in less than a year. Bitcoin real estate funds are about to hit the market. Bitcoin treasury companies are a whole new category. Look at the words here. Guys, look at the words here. Exchange traded funds, banks, credit products, real estate funds, treasury companies. What's missing here? What's missing here? This is what Bitcoin has become, everybody. Bitcoin is no longer a currency. It's not adoption, not at all. It's the opposite of adoption, Compo. Bitcoin is not being used as a currency. Bitcoin is being used as a product, and it's a product to make the big boys more money. That's what Bitcoin has become. The institutions have taken over Bitcoin, including Mr. Larry Fink, who's making a crap ton of money on his Bitcoin ETF, the IBIT ETF. And these guys get it totally wrong. It turns out Bitcoin will never go mainstream crowd, simply underestimated how fast Wall Street changes its mind when the math becomes undeniable. Institutions don't chase hype, they chase inevitability. Bitcoin became exactly that. Banks, real estate, credit products, treasury companies. That's what Bitcoin is now. What does that mean for Bitcoin's future? I don't know, but it's not the same Bitcoin anymore. That I do know. What about ETH? Kevin Svensson says, look, make sure your thought processes and reasoning stay grounded. Right now, most people are reacting like abused animals, any negative stimulus, and they mentally fold. True. Price goes down and you just hear it all of a sudden. No, it's dumping. It's like, so what's happening with ETH? Well, ETH had the Fusaka upgrade, started going up, and then there was manipulation coming down, and I don't want to ask Grok anything. Manipulation coming back down to support, to take out leverage traders, and up we go. So that's what's going on with ETH. How about Doge? Hey, Doge now has 71,500 active addresses, meaning somebody's paying attention to Dogecoin. Addresses just spiked. Interesting. Of course, Ali doesn't know what this actually means. He just copies a page off Glassnode and posts it with no explanation of what this really means and what this is, because he doesn't have a clue either. He's just looking for clicks and views on his posts. But hey, Doge, looks good. Whatever. The bullish setup emerges for Dogecoin as price action tightens and market signals turn positive for Dogecoin after several days of elevated activity. Shifting ETF flows? Not so much. I'll show you that in a minute. And a rare alignment of technical indicators. Again, TA doesn't do anything for the price. Again, and so they make this whole conversation around Dogecoin beginning to shift from short-term speculation to whether the asset is preparing for a larger breakout as the year closes. This, my friends, is the sign of the relief rally I've been talking about. Relief rally doesn't mean we're going to go full bull, but it could mean for those who are looking to maybe scalp a little profits, there may be an opportunity. And that's what I'm looking for. That's what I'm looking for. I'm actually looking at tax loss harvesting. So all of my cryptos that I'm down on, if there's a relief rally, I'm going to sell them when the price goes up a little bit. I mean, they're still so far away from where I bought them at. I'm just going to take the L and reduce my capital gains. So I'll take a relief rally. But for Doge, what would it take? Well, it's not the ETFs. Here's the latest on the ETFs. Do you know yesterday there was a total of $177,000 of inflows on the Grayscale ETF? 177,000. The total cumulative net inflow is now $2.8 million. $2.8 million. If we look at the Grayscale XRP, they've got $874 million. They launched the same day. $874 million in XRP Grayscale ETF. $874 million. Doge, 2. And you know what? I think that's a good thing. And you know what? And look at Bitwise. Bitwise is a big fat 0. Nobody is buying the Bitwise Dogecoin ETF. It's a big fat 0. Because the institutions, they're not into Doge. Bitcoin, XRP. Who's XRP in bed with, right? Who's XRP in bed with? The banks, the governments. Yeah, Ryan. Bitwise, a 0, a big fat 0, 0, 0. Nada. No. That's what the Bitwise ETF is. But like I said, Bitcoin is now exchange-traded funds, banks, credit products, real estate funds, treasury companies. Not a thing about actually using Bitcoin, what it was invented to be, which is a digital cash, a currency for transactions. None of this says that. Institutions. So Dogecoin, in my opinion, Screw the institutions. And in fact, even X money with fiat? No. X money with Dogecoin? Yeah. Use Dogecoin as a transactional digital currency. Doge. Screw the institutions. Dogecoin is the people's cryptocurrency. Let's do it. Dogecoin. And of course, X Money, as I do every live stream, the X Money account is still launching in 2025. It's still 2025, guys. We got 27 days left. Still says it. So I'm patient with my Doge. I'm patient. Next week, if there's a pump, I'm going to be selling the Pepe for a loss. I'll be selling the Bonk for a loss. I'll be selling most likely the Pengu for a loss to buy back in later at a lower price next year. But I want to cash in those losses against my capital gains I had earlier in the year to reduce my tax liability. That's what I'm going to do. So we'll see if there's a little relief rally going up into next week's FOMC. Maybe Tuesday night, I'm going to be selling some crypto because Wednesday's just going to be a mess. Chirpao is going to come out. He's going to be hawkish again because he doesn't know how to be dovish anymore. Nobody likes what he says during the Q&A. No, Gappy, I'll sell the Pepe and then I'll buy back in when it goes back down. That's what I'm going to do. But not Doge. Of course, I'm all in profit on my Doge. There's a few Doge coins I'm not in profit on, but those are the most recent ones that I bought, and it's first in, first out if I sell. So if I sell any Doge, it's going to be in profit, and it's going to raise my taxes. So I'm not selling Doge, but I'll sell those others. That's my plan. I always tell you guys what my plan is. Right? I told you a year ago I was selling, taking profits. Yeah, it was about a year ago. Dogecoin was 48 cents. Does that make you feel better? No, it doesn't. What about Fartcoin? Fartcoin, come on, Fartcoin. It's all about Fartcoin today. Yeah, and somebody commented, yeah, Fartcoin's better than Dogecoin. And I'm just like, Fartcoin better than Dogecoin. Maybe today, yesterday it wasn't. Yesterday it was dumping. Big dump yesterday. I mean, just like pick a day, right? Yeah, and how about a Fartcoin ETF? Exactly. Let's do that. Fartcoin ETF. Let's go. Yes, Michael, I will show you. I've already made my prediction on the chart for relief rally. I will show you. And then, of course, we're watching again for more liquidations here. So far, they have been on the shorts. The big ones have been on the shorts. The last one being about 20 minutes ago. Over 100K. Bitcoin, ETH, even Zcash taken out on the short side after the dump earlier where Bitcoin did a big wick down to 90,800. Again, my target is 90 right down here. And I continue to maintain that the price is going to dump to 90K to take out big time long liquidations that didn't get taken out earlier this afternoon. I still think that's coming. So Michael wanted to say about relief rallies. So relief rallies. So here it is. Bitcoin comes up to 100 and little over 100K. That would be the relief rally for Bitcoin. Little over 100K. And then from there, it goes down. Dogecoin, relief rally, comes up to maybe 20 cents. And then from there, goes down. Of course, it's going to like bounce up and down, right? It's not going to be a straight line, which is why I have these kind of yellow little squiggles. These were all made actually on the weekly, zoomed out even further. Don't need that anymore. This is where I made those. So for Dogecoin, this is what it looked like. And again, this is coming up to the 50-week moving average here on Doge, which is going to keep slipping down lower. So somewhere around there. And then this green arrow is the wild card here. This is if we get X money launch. Then I think Doge isn't just a relief rally, but a recovery for Dogecoin. Bitcoin doesn't have that because Bitcoin doesn't spike on any catalyst. There just isn't anything like that for Bitcoin. Bitcoin is now all in the hands of the institutions, the BlackRocks, the ARKs, the Fidelities, the Vanguards, the Van X, the JP Morgans, right? They've taken over Bitcoin. But there's still leverage trading going on, and they will take out the leverage trades as they can for the market makers while they still can. I also looked at ETH, and a relief rally to ETH would come up to about 3,800 and then drop lower. Same deal. So that's still a thing. I just need to move that over a little bit to match up with the others there. So that's the ETH view of things. So that's what's going on. How's everybody doing? You know, YouTube still hasn't solved this YouTube Studio background page. But I've been able to find some workarounds because it's not just me. There's a lot of other YouTubers trying to do live streams that aren't able to. So it's not just me. Luckily, I've got StreamYard, which I pay for, but at least it can run the live stream because I couldn't do it on just YouTube Studio. And I tried Chrome, I tried Firefox, I tried Brave, and it does the same thing on all browsers. So it's not a browser thing, and other people have said the same thing. There's something going on with YouTube. And it has to do with when the chat is loading in the studio, and then there's no way to not load the chat in studio. I have OBS, but in order to run OBS, you need to have YouTube Studio to get the key. You can't get it. So OBS doesn't work. OBS doesn't run the live stream like StreamYard does. In StreamYard, the key is saved in StreamYard. At OBS, every time you make a new live stream, you got to copy the key over to OBS. So OBS, this is what I heard, that OBS they weren't able to live stream. So anyway, it's working for me now. I just can't manage it, the live streams on the back end like I normally do. But it's working. You all are still getting the alpha from KrissPax, right? Still getting it. What's going on? I've got a holiday party to go to tonight. Holiday party. What does it mean when you say you're selling for a loss? How do you sell something for a loss and then buy back in with the money that you lost? Exactly. That's exactly it, Matt. And we're going to talk about that on next week's epic yearly annual crypto tax live stream right here on the KrissPax channel. It's called tax loss harvesting, Matt. You can ask Rock about tax loss harvesting. Basically, what you do is if you have things that you bought at one price and the current price is lower and you sell it, you're selling for a loss. That loss of whatever amount that is can offset gains of other things that you sold for a profit in order to reduce your tax liability, your capital gains. And that's what I'm going to do, because I owe a crap ton of taxes this year because of all of the crypto I sold back in January. I already paid the capital gains tax on the stuff that I sold back in December 2024. I had to pay those in April of this year. So I did that already. But now everything I sold in January was all in profit. And I owe a big chunk on the capital gains. So I can lower the amount I have to pay by selling those things that are at a loss. And I didn't buy them to lose money. I'd rather they were still going up and I'd have to pay more taxes, because when things go up, that's better off. But here we are in December now, and they're not going to go up much more. That's why I want a little relief rally through Tuesday. And then sell, and then I'll buy back in January, hopefully at a lower price. So I can buy back the Pepe and the Bonk and the Pengu, because I still think long term, they're going to do pretty good. But I'm just going to take advantage of the tax liability I have right now. And we'll talk more about that next week. But that's a strategy. Hi, Dave. I too sold around 42, jump back in, have a bag of 100,000 Doge. I think I should sell on relief rally and wait. I have my profits, just looking what to do. Yeah, so me personally, I am not selling any Dogecoin before we find out about this X money thing. I'm not selling any Doge. I'll sell other coins, but I'm not selling Doge. Because if X money launches, even if Dogecoin isn't on it, I think Dogecoin is still going to do something special, which is why I have this green big arrow on here, right? That's why I have this big green arrow, because I think Doge is going to do something good. So I'm not selling Doge. Now, if Doge goes on a big run, do other coins, other tokens, other memes go up? Yeah, probably. But again, all the Doge I have now is in profit. Well, just about. But again, if I sold any of the Doge, it would be first in, first out. I still have a lot of 6-cent, 7-cent Doge. So that's me. That's just me. Do you think it's a legit strategy to accumulate 1 million Doge and wait for $1? Huh. Hey, if you believe in Dogecoin, is it legit? It's a meme coin. It's risky. And I have no idea when to expect. It's like, give Elon Musk a phone call and ask him. Eric thinks May 2026 is going to be the cycle bottom. So I should sell my Pepe, my Bonk, and my Pengu and then wait until May and then buy back in May. Hey, Christian, am I surprised ETH didn't hit a massive all-time high like Bitcoin? Nope. This cycle was all about Bitcoin. Yeah, there were things like Zcash and some other things that went on runs, but this was about Bitcoin. No frogs, no farts, only Doge. The architect parties get wild. Now, this isn't an architect party. Not this one. There's one coming up in about a week and a half. There's an architect party. Not this one. This is actually at a friend's condo HOA party It's going to be rip-roaring fun. Condo HOA party. Woohoo! Big times. But I think there's going to be shrimp. I think there's going to be shrimp. Shrimp cocktail, though, not frozen shrimps. But I can't pass up some nice shrimp cocktail. The cat will not be there. He's going to smell it on my fingers, though, and he's going to be like, whoa, shrimp. What happens if you don't pay your taxes? Do I want to go to jail? Do I want to pay huge fines? No. Do I want to live the rest of my life looking over my shoulder to see if the IRS is hunting me down? No. I pay my taxes. That's my strategy. It just is what it is. I mean, I didn't buy those things. The price was going to go down. I wanted them to go higher. They just didn't. So here I am in December now. I might just use my SHIB to tax harvest. Yep. A lot of people down on SHIB. And I don't know what's going to happen in 2026. Right now, I would think that we would see, this kind of a bearish thing or prices go lower, right? Oh, I don't know that for sure. When is X Money supposed to launch again, MDog? 2025. 2025. That's what it said. For 11 months, this has been on here, launching in 2025. It's still there. It still says 2025. Give CZ a call. I did hear that CZ did debate Peter Schiff on Bitcoin versus gold. But I haven't had time to look at any of the clips of that and how that went. Hey, Chuck, chilling with the Pax fam, driving home, back up to Ohio from Charleston. I know, HOA, right? Ooh. Hey, the HOA, right? You pay your monthly fee already. Some of it goes to the holiday party. So you might as well take advantage of the holiday party and invite a friend over to help, pay for your share or get your share, right? HOA parties. I thought you said shrimp crack. I was getting my tongue was getting tied up there. Shrimp cocktail. Shrimp cocktail. Shrimp crack. Am I going to make a video about Zone? No, I'm not. I'm not going to make a video about Zone. We can talk about Zone here if you want. It's been going up the past couple of days. Woohoo! I know. 8-10%. Awesome. Still way down from where I bought it. I've attended many parties for free shrimp. Exactly. Shrimp. Why do I feel like Chuck is also my name? I'm to blame for that one, Charlie. I'm the one who did the Chuck thing. I thought Ryan was calling you Chuck, and he was talking to some other guy named Chuck in the chat. And I was just like, but in America, Chuck is a name for someone called Charles. There's a famous basketball player named Charles Barkley. And many people just call him Chuck. So that is where that came from. And it's totally my fault that the Chuck thing happened associated with you. I thought Ryan was kind of doing a fun thing talking about you, and it was some other guy. So, can you snort shrimp? You can snort anything. DB, how are you, man? Why do you believe X money helps Doge, even though Doge won't be on it? Is it just an Elon potential link? Yep, you got it. That is it. And that is how Dogecoin trades. Dogecoin likes the hype of something that hasn't happened yet. And then when the thing actually happens, it sell the news. Buy the rumor, sell the news. And this would be one of those. That's my opinion. I'm just going by what I've seen before. People who don't understand that don't understand Dogecoin trading and how Dogecoin works price-wise. Because I've seen it again and again and again. Elon bought Twitter, the bottom of the bear market 2022. Had nothing to do with Dogecoin. It was just Elon buying Twitter, and Dogecoin doubled in price. That's why. Chuckles. Oh, man, it's getting worse. You're not Charles, right? But you were Charlie. Charles Barkley, exactly. Buy Dogecoin now, keep for 10 years. Well, some of us can. I hope I'm around and still in 10 years. I'll be fine. Kidding. We'll see. More money, more people make more money on crypto just buying and holding for a long period of time. That's how you make money in crypto. You just buy and you stash it away. Oh, you guys. I know, right? Right? So what can you do, right? What can you do? Yep, DB. That is always what I thought, but I've been meaning to ask. And there it is. Yeah, I figured out how to do the ads. Sorry, guys. I did figure out how to turn the ads on without YouTube Studio. So I'm making money again off my live streams. The nickels and dimes that I make off these things. Hey, but it's something, you know? Each live stream maybe pays for, I don't know, a hamburger or something. That's about all I get. This is good for, or for maybe some shrimp, maybe some shrimp cocktail. That's all I get from these live streams. But the last two were pretty much free. All you got was the ad at the beginning and none in the middle. So I figured out the workaround. But now we just get YouTube to like fix the whole thing because a lot of people are upset about it. I know exactly. Burger. Yeah. You hold Doge back to 2021 now. Yeah, I sold that Doge. I've got 2023 Doge still, which is like 6-7 cent Doge. And I don't want to sell that right now. But I have more recent Bonk, Pepe, and Pengu, which I think all three of them I was actually in profit on for a while. And then after October 10th, it all went negative. So tax loss harvesting. Tax loss harvesting. I'm starting to think that we'll have a huge manipulation in 2026. Biggest bear market ever. So the real big institutions come in the game for real. Manuel? Yeah, and alts would just get crushed. Exactly. They'd get crushed. You would think they couldn't go any lower, and then they will. Yep, that can happen. I don't know. Do you keep buying? Do you buy the falling knife as it keeps going down? When do you know the bottom is? Somebody earlier said May. Could be August, September. Nothing burgers are free too. A lot of nothing burgers going on. All these big news events that people thought were going to pump crypto, nothing burgers. Nothing burgers. Still learning to pronounce burger? Yeah, because your tongue gets all messed up with your French language. American English is different. American English is different. It's different than British English. That's for sure. Hey, RR, how are you? Good afternoon, CDC. Do you have to wait a certain amount of time? Not in crypto, because crypto is not a security. Stocks, yes. And I don't remember what it is. 1 week? Is it 7 days on stocks? I don't know. I'll have to ask Grok. But I think it's like a week. But that's only stocks. For crypto, you can sell it and buy it a minute later. Buy it back. I like to be clean at the end of the year when I do my tax loss harvesting and just wait until the new year and then buy it in the new year. See how prices go. But yeah, that's how it works with crypto. Yeah, we'll talk about that next week as well. We had many lessons in November on how to pronounce burger. Burger. It sounds a bit like bougie, but not at all. I have no idea. Bourgeois. Grayscale plan for GDog? No. They just put it out there. They just put it out there. If somebody buys it, they buy it. If they don't, they don't. That's it. Bitwise got a big fat 0. Nobody buying the Bitwise ETF. It's like, okay. Dogecoin is just not meant for institutions. It's just not. Let's take Dogecoin to the moon as a cryptocurrency, what Bitcoin was supposed to be, transactional currency. Let's do it. And let Bitcoin get all sucked up into these real estate funds and credit products and treasury companies. Because that's what Bitcoin has become. As I've said for years now, Dogecoin is becoming what Bitcoin was meant to be. That's right. Dogecoin is becoming what Bitcoin was meant to be. Because Bitcoin's not doing it. Nobody's spending their Bitcoin, not transacting with Bitcoin. William in the house. A little late to the live stream, but you made it. You're on your 15-minute break. Well, I'm only going to be here for about 15 minutes more. And then I got to go. I got a party to go to. Go get some shrimps. They have the waiters and waitresses with these little hors d'oeuvres that they walk around. Would you like to try? Would you like to try? And I'm like, I sure would. Let me try some of that. And let me try some of this. Let me try some of that other. No, Dusty, another day we didn't reach 72 cents. Ask me again tomorrow. Ask me again tomorrow. What's Elon going to do? What's he going to do? Does he have a plan and he's just not telling us? Does Elon have a plan and he's not telling us? X money with Dogecoin. The most entertaining outcome is the most likely. He said that. Am I going to Costco for the shrimp? No, I'm going to the party and I'm going to be served shrimp. Would you like some shrimp, sir? Well, of course, I would love some shrimp. Oh, some cocktail sauce too? Awesome. It's that kind of thing. It's that kind of thing. I love shrimps. The party is a distraction. They're going to be measuring your grass height while you're at the party. It's not my HOA. I got a house. It's somebody else's HOA. It's actually a big condo building. Just not really. It's not individual houses in this one. Kriss getting so excited over shrimps. No wonder Pax cat is exactly right. It's just not one of those things I go out and buy, right? It's like, do I go to the store and buy a bunch of shrimp and cocktail sauce and just sit there in my pajamas watching a basketball game eating shrimp cocktail? No, I don't do that. It's for parties. Parties. Give me all the shrimps. Pax cat wants the leftovers. Oh. No, they're not old ladies passing out free samples. They're generally young, good-looking guys and gals. I'll let you guys know tomorrow, though. Just had to finish off my ham and cheese sourdough sandwich. That sounds good. What kind of cheese, though, RR? What kind of cheese? This is the all-important question here. If you have a ham and cheese sourdough, what kind of cheese? From Norway, this will be an interesting answer. Sounds like a great night to me. Yum, yum, yum. Yum, yum, yum. You could do it better than a whole tube of Pringles. I know. Those Pringles are crap. Did you see that video of how they actually make Pringles? And the slop? The pre-chip slop that it is, that then gets fried and then cut into these little chip-like things. It looks disgusting. Looks disgusting. Yeah, so I don't eat that crap. It's just not real food. I used to eat shrimp everywhere. Now I'm leery because it's all imported. Vietnam, India, polluted water. You have to buy the wild caught from the Gulf of America. So I should ask them, excuse me, before I have any of your shrimp, where did it come from? Where did it come from? One medium shrimp, 42 Doge. Oh, you want some Doge for that? Sure. Jarlsberg. I love Jarlsberg. Great choice, RR. Awesome. Jarlsberg. Love it. I love it. That's awesome. Bubba knows his shrimps. Can I do a live stream? No, I can't do a live stream from there. I cannot. I like it. Jarlsberg. Delicious for everyday use. I like stronger cheeses too, but Jarlsberger sandwiches, general use. I concur. I concur with that. Yes, exactly. That is Pringles in a nutshell right there. Over-processed crap. Brian, you should go do a search after the live stream on how they make Pringles, and you'll see the stuff, and you'll be like, yeah, I'm never going to touch that. Never gonna touch that. We have shrimp season in the Pacific Northwest. Very quick. Yum. No, Jarlsberg isn't a thing here. It's imported. Nobody makes any here. It's imported. But I've had it, and it's good. It's a little pricey here, though. It's another one of those things you probably only get at one of these little cocktail parties. Right? Oh, Jarlsberg. Oh. You bought shrimp right off the marina? Gulf of America, Ryan, please. Gulf of America. There's no Gulf of Mexico anymore. Oh, what kind of bread now? See, Nick wants to know what kind of bread. I'm really not a cheese snob. It's just, I do like a good cheese, but not to the snob level. No. Bubblegum. All the shrimp salad, shrimp potatoes, shrimp burger, shrimp. Oh, yeah. Ignorance is bliss. Just eat the Pringles. I don't want to know. You can get Jarlsberg at Costco. Big French, you're probably the cheese snob. I wouldn't eat ketchup either if I saw how they made it from tomatoes. Well, at least you know it comes from tomatoes, though, right? I mean, they start with a tomato. Pringles, I don't know what they're starting with. Back to it, Dream Whip. Thank you. My dad owns 518,000 Doge, average of 13.6. I told him to buy more when it goes below, and he didn't. I think he's good with his 518. It sounds like he's good. He's got enough risk and exposure to Doge that he wants, so he's good. I get that. I get that. Yeah, the only cryptos going up today was Zcash, AB, Aerodrome. Well, Aerodrome started trading on Robinhood this morning, so Aero got a nice pump today. Tron again, I don't know. Tron just seems to hold on and do well when other things are going down. So Tron did all right. And the big losers are Canton, I don't even know what that is, Starknet, Telcoin, Virtuals, Dash, IMX, and XRP. Look at that right there, XRP. All trash coins, including XRP. Hyperliquid, Bitcoin Cash, Hedera is not doing well. So that's what's kind of what's going on. Doge is just hanging out. The po' boy, shrimp and bread. Yeah, but don't they squirt some sauce on it too, though? There's some kind of sauce you get on a po' boy. Well, but of course, Charlotte. It is what it is, right? It is what it is. But I still have some, and I'm still in profit on it, so I keep it a little longer. It just is what it is. The classic grilled cheese sandwich is white bread. It is. But you get the fancy, like thicker bread and stuff and do it. It's just not the same. The thinner, the better. You smash it down with your spatula, flip it over, smash it down so it's like really thin, cooks the cheese inside. So the cheese is really all melty before the bread on the outside turns black. There's a method to it. I've had a lot of experience making grilled cheese sandwiches. A lot of experience. You gotta smash it down. So it's like really thin. Mayo and a grilled cheese. I just do butter and cheese. That's it. Butter and cheese. And that is your grilled cheese. No mayo. That's how I make it. Yeah, the Cajun Creole sauce. Right, that goes on the po' boy. Yeah, you just squirt that on. Good stuff. Never had a grilled cheese. Ryan, dude, you can put pickles on it. Yep, you can put pickles on grilled cheese. But yeah, you got to smash it down. The best. The best, right? And no mayo. It's like, dude, really? Ryan, don't put mayo on it. I used to make a lot of grilled cheese sandwiches when I was a student. Yep. I made it for my kids. My kids were like all into grilled cheese. So the pinger's going off again. That must mean price is going back down. Yep. We got ETH back down to 3,100. Yep. Price is going lower, guys. The market makers are in control. So is Bitcoin going to make 90K right down here? Still on my target. So tonight, I kind of think we're going to see prices go lower. The market's still weak. Sentiment is still low. It is what it is. It is what it is. But these guys getting liquidated now, I mean, they must have like just made their trade, and in 30 minutes they're liquidated. $200,000 gone like that. 30 minutes. 200K gone. Because they thought ETH was going to keep going up. Nope. Market makers were like, ha 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 ha, I'm going to get ya. That's how it is. Ryan has been craving pickles. Really? Wow, get that dude a grilled cheese. But I'm having shrimps tonight, so no grilled cheese tonight. I'm eating good. I'm eating good tonight. Well, this is a half food channel, Joshua. You know that, right? This is a half food channel. We talk about crypto until there's really nothing left to talk about, and then we talk about food. And then we talk about food. I'll see if I can snap some pictures of some of the foods. I'll try and snap some pictures. I'll load it onto X. So if you follow me on X, yes, follow me on X. I am at KrissPax. I'll try and get some party pics from the big HOA party. Woohoo! Woohoo! Deciding between Nano X and Tangem. I don't think the Ledger sale is still on. Let me check. I think it ended on Tuesday because it was half off the Nano X. Nope, it is still on sale, my friend. Mikkel, it's still on sale, half off. A Nano X, $74. Use my link. Use my link. Take you right here to this page. Ledger Nano X, 50% off still. Only $74. I have the Nano S Plus. I love it. But if you want the X, wow, that's a good price. Just saying. That is a good price. Biddy dumping. You think 88? I still think just 90. I still think just 90. Bounce off. Maybe hit 89.9. You put a big slice of tomato on the grilled cheese. Yeah, dress it up a little bit. It's all right. There's big data tomorrow. I didn't see what kind of data is coming out. Ask them if they can put the shrimp in a grilled cheese. I think they just, I mean, they're caterers. They just have what they have, right? They bring it all in a truck. They have what they have. Well, Dogecoin with ICP. ICP? I haven't heard that. Bitcoin can get past 94K. I'm sure it'll go to 99. On a relief rally, that's what I'm looking at. X, it's the only one. One and only. See you, Joshua. Data. 74 bucks. Nano X, 50% off still. Still don't know what the Nano X is used for? Take your crypto off the exchanges? Put it on a wallet? Self-custody of your crypto? That's what it's for. Self-custody. Take it with you wherever. Your keys, your crypto, not the bloody exchange. It's that whole part of cryptocurrency investing. If you're like into the whole thing, right? I kind of want to try shrimp in a grilled cheese. Yeah, but you got to take the tails off first. Don't forget to take the tails off. You sent me a link. A link. A link. We'll check that out. Dogecoin beta with ICP. Dogecoin beta. ICP. Build on Dogecoin. Thank you for sending that tweet. Appreciate it. The Dogecoin integration is currently released as beta with no major changes in the provided API or functionality. As expected, Dogecoin differs in significant ways from Bitcoin that may negatively impact the Dogecoin canister and warrant a period of careful observation. So I guess they're already doing something with Bitcoin. Canister smart contracts on the ICP can interact directly with the Dogecoin network. This integration is made possible through a protocol level integration. Okay, so why would you do this? What are they doing? It's a Dogecoin transaction on an ICP smart contract. All right, just gotta see what the use cases are for that. I guess they're just allowing people to build dApps where Dogecoin can be used as a transactional currency in ICP smart contracts. That's what it looks like to me. But cool. Thank you, Tweaky. Is that going to help the price of Dogecoin and ICP? Dice up some jalapeno into the grilled cheese. Make it a little spicy. Dusty, I'll look forward for you tomorrow. Tails, shells, and all? No, right. Yeah, the Insane Clown Posse, exactly. That was a weird band, wasn't it? Nope, I only support Ledger because that's what I use. I don't use Tangem, so I don't have an affiliate link with them. Please make my ICP go up. Please. Yeah, when I'm in a good mood, the chat said, I know. And today's a nothing burger kind of day, right? But I'm in a good mood because I'm going to a party. In fact, I got to go. I got to go. All right, gang. Hey, this is what we got. Not the price we want, but it's the price we got. I've told you my whole thesis for the next week. We'll see if that plays out. We'll meet again on Friday. I hope everyone has a great evening. I will try and get some pictures posted on X on some food items I see. We'll see you next time.
Dogecoin, which started as a complete joke, has like skyrocketed to not a joke anymore. It hit an all-time high of almost 10 cents yesterday, but it was so minuscule you wouldn't have understood why you have millions of shares.
Didn't Elon tweet that too?
And arguably, the most entertaining outcome and the most ironic outcome would be that Dogecoin becomes the currency of Earth in the future.